Hey guys, what is going on, and welcome back to the channel. So today's video is not going to be really any shooting involved because it's going to be a product overview. I have received some stuff from a company out to the channel. I reached out to them and was like, hey, I would like to take a look at this and just kind of give you guys an overview of it, because I had the opportunity to use one of these in the past, and I was very impressed by the performance that it actually had. So the product that we have today, and you already know it by the title because that's probably why you clicked on the video, is the Holosun IRIS-GR3. So what is the Holosun IRIS-GR3? The Holosun is a civilian power laser aiming module used for night vision use. There's going to be the infrared spectrum as well as a green laser downrange. Now, one of the reasons you're going to want to get a green laser over a red laser is the ability to actually utilize it during the daytime as well, because you want to have that secondary aiming source that you've got it there. Might as well be able to use it. It also makes it a lot easier to zero the gun itself, because generally speaking, you're going to have a red dot down here, a green dot down here, and that does get confusing. But those are just kind of a little bit more nitpicks as far as the color goes, more so than raw performance. But the green laser does perform better than the red laser does overall in terms of raw performance. Now, one of the problems that you're going to constantly run into whenever you're using an infrared aiming device from pretty much any manufacturer is the civilian market is limited to the types of lasers that they can actually have as far as the raw horsepower and output that the laser produces. And that is because of a whole bunch of dumb bullshit EPA regulations, because apparently we're not allowed to have fun, which I can kind of understand it, because something like this full power PEG 15, you don't want to be giving free LASIK out to animals as a snack. The full power laser that comes out of these is an absolute monster, and if you shine that into somebody's eyes, your eyes, or whatever's eyes that's maybe out and about, you can actually cause damage to the eye. So that is the reason that they are neutered. But one of the problems that has constantly ran into with the civilian market is that has made for some very anemic lasers and illuminators. And I really wish that they would allow us to have the more powerful illuminators, because that is the constant problem that I have run into with the civilian laser market is the illuminators. They're just very lackluster, and in the majority of situations there's just not enough there to really punch out to any significant distance, even out to like say 100 yards. A civilian power laser is extremely underwhelming, and it's very hard to PID anything else at that distance utilizing the weaker illuminators that civ lasers generally produce. Now, there's been a couple of ways that the civilian market has been able to get around that, and one being the D-Ball, I believe is the D2, is the one with the LED-based illuminator. And that does produce a significantly more powerful illuminator that is much more usable, but the problem that it's going to have also is it produces a faint red glow at the source that is able to be seen with the naked eye, because it's an LED-based illuminator. So fast forward over to the VEIL style of laser illuminator combos, and that is what you are getting here with the Holosun IRIS. Now, I have been extremely impressed with the output that this laser has had. It is on par, if not better, with the illuminator than what my full power PEG 15 produces. And you might say, well, oh, you're not getting the raw horsepower that you're getting out of the PEG 15's full power laser. And while yes, I would generally agree with you on that, one of the problems that you're going to run into with the full power laser itself is it is so powerful that anytime you try and utilize said laser at distance where you'll need to have the more powerful illuminator, the laser itself is going to bloom to the point where you actually have a hard time seeing targets, even to the tune of something like the size of a seasoned steel. It makes it very difficult to be able to see the target, because the bloom created from that laser actually obscures the entire target. So one of the things that you can do to get around that is a diffuser cap. One of the problems with diffuser caps is the diffuser cap will end up making it too dim, and if you're having to push through photonic barriers, it makes it more difficult to be able to actually spot the target in that way, or spot your laser rather in that way, because those photonic barriers are going to cause your nodes to dim and auto gain because of how much it actually dims the laser. With the diffuser, it makes it more difficult to see. So one of the ways that Holosun's got around that is with VEIL technology. And one of the things that VEIL technology does is, and I will be playing a video for you guys here shortly, is it actually creates a balance between the filtered and unfiltered full power laser. So I would say it's halfway in between the two. It's definitely on high mode more powerful than what you will get out of a standard civilian laser, but it does not exceed the EPA regulations for the output of a IR laser out of a device like this. So without further ado, guys, let's go ahead. I went out last night and I've got some footage for you guys comparing both this and a relatively new January 2020 manufactured full power PEG 15. So let's go ahead and check that out now. All right, here it is. We're gonna do comparison Holosun IRIS full power PEG 15 at night. First, I'm gonna start on low mode for both of these. This is going to be the PEG 15 right here. You can see I've got a very clean illuminator for a PEG 15. Mine, I bought it brand new, unissued, new in box. And it was manufactured in January of 2020, so it's a fairly new unit, and it's got a very clean illuminator. So that's the full power PEG 15 here, and you can see right here that is the Holosun IRIS. Much cleaner, and even on Civ mode, it is a brighter illuminator. The lasers are pretty much on par with each other as far as the brightness goes. There is really no indistinguishable difference between the two lasers themselves. All right, now as far as the full power goes, so this is going to be the full power with the diffuser cap for the PEG 15 first. You can see there, that is the illuminator. This is the illuminator opened all the way up. This is going to be the full power for the Holosun here. As you can see, that illuminator is opened all the way up. There they are. This is the PEG 15. This is the Holosun. You can see them side by side. Very clean PEG 15 illuminator. The V-cell is still better than the PEG 15 illuminator. As far as brightness goes, they are right there on par with each other, except this one is cleaner and the edges are quite a bit brighter. I get a little bit of the petri dishing. I don't know if it's petri dishing, it's just a little bit of shadowing that's happening right here and right here at the corners, which is a classic thing for the full power PEG 15s. Now, one area that the PEG 15 does excel is going to be the laser itself. So as you can see there, a full power laser is going to be significantly brighter, but if you use IR devices long enough, you will know that the full power lasers bloom whenever you get them on a target that is a distance away, and you cannot even see the target itself. So this is going to be the Holosun's laser on high. This is going to be the laser for the full power PEG 15 on high. Generally, you're going to have to run a diffuser cap to be able to even utilize this laser. Now, under night vision, with the camera behind it, does not show up very well, but with the illuminator, rather. But I can see it with the illuminator on the full power PEG 15 with the diffuser. But as you can see here, the laser for the full power, or on high for the Holosun, is in between the diffused and the full power as far as the overall brightness goes. But if you just compare the illuminators themselves, so let's go over. All right, so if you just compare the illuminators themselves, this is the full power PEG 15 illuminator. This is the full power Holosun illuminator. As you can see there, Holosun does appear a little bit brighter. Again, I don't have that dishing on the outside. Full power PEG 15, January 2020 manufacturing, very clean, unissued, Holosun IRIS. All right, guys, and there you have it. So there is the comparison between these two. This is not a full review of this particular unit. One of the things I have yet to test on this is the overall durability. Now, a lot of guys with durability and be like, I'm going to smack it against the wall, or I'm going to do this, or do that with it. A lot like optics, you need to treat lasers with a little bit more care. I'm not saying that they are delicate, but any type of purposeful abuse, you can and will destroy these. Just like a PEG 15, I'm not going to go and throw my PEG 15 off the back of a truck because the polymer housing on these, they will break. But I feel like because this is an aluminum housing, it is going to be plenty acceptable. Now, one of the things that I am going to worry about is the internals and how much these are able to actually stand up to the recoil of a rifle. Majority of you guys are going to be running these on a 5.56. Most guys aren't going to be running these on bolt guns and stuff, or any kind of higher powered, maybe a SCAR, but I will be testing the durability of this and see how it holds up under recoil for long strings of fire and see how it holds zero. Now, I will say that all of my PEG 15s, every time I take them out, I've got to slightly adjust and play with the zero That's just always been the nature of the game with these. I don't know if that's just my sample sizes, but I have 3 of these, and it's been the same case with all of them. So we will see with this how well it actually does hold up. Holosun claims that even if you remove this thing from the mount and put it back, there's going to be less than a 2 MOA shift with it. I don't really plan on removing this after I zero it. I plan on keeping it on this rifle because we're going to be doing our end of year shoot here in the next month, and we're going to be putting 1,000 rounds to this thing during the day, and I will zero it the day before, or slave it to the optic itself, which is a good enough zero. And then once the night comes about, I will test it to see if the thing has held zero throughout the day, because we would have gone through about 700-ish rounds by the time we get to the night shoot, and we'll see exactly how well this thing is performing. But until then, guys, you're just going to have to wait it out for the full review on this particular unit. My first impressions, I do like it a lot. It has been a very good, high quality unit. It's very nice that everything has slaved together as far as the laser and illuminator is concerned. PEG 15s, you got to zero both. I do know that there's other units out there where you don't have to do that, but that is also something that's been really nice in this unit. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today. Again, sorry this is a lot of shooting involved. I know that my channel is generally going to be more a training oriented channel, but I do want to try and get you guys products shown and just kind of give you guys my opinions on stuff that is really well made out there. And from what I can tell, and based off the experience that I've had with the IRIS so far, it's been a very good unit. But again, I cannot speak to the durability yet. That will be at a later date. I do appreciate you guys watching. If you have any comments, drop them down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I appreciate y'all watching.